What's happening, guys? Hope you're well. Today I'm just going to go through the charts of the students that posted in the student charts. If you haven't done so yet, I will probably sometime this weekend or next week go over them for you as well, just to give you some help and some recommendations. We'll start with Brandon. I think your name's Brandon. So we're on the daily chart here. The only thing I can see is he's chosen a fair value gap and then created an order block there. Remember what we said that if we're going to trade off of a fair value gap, I would like to see a double entry, which we can see here. This is entry for sure. However, we would have to break this high here, this wick or this high here, for us to have a change of character to then come back down into here, to then break this high again, and then an entry around here to go up. Because remember what we said, the definition of an order block is the zone where price is in the opposite direction that either broke structure or caused a change of character. So if we look here, the break of structure is drawn out perfectly here. So that would be this zone here. This would be your order block. So I feel price can still come fill up these fair value gaps underneath. Remember, if there's fair value gaps still underneath there, price is magnetized towards the liquidity here. So I could possibly be pretty sure that price is still going to make its way down. We haven't seen a change in lower highs here. We haven't had a significant higher high to cause the change in character. With your break of structures are right here. I'd say this is a change of character in here. Sorry that I'm using the Zoom mouse and stuff like that, but it's just what I'm left with on the laptop here. And I hope the mic's okay. I can only use the mic in my headphones. Let's have a look at your other markings here. Okay, this change of character is probably maybe a weekly or a monthly change of character. But yeah, your change of character is definitely in here with the order block here. And it looks like price is bullish. So we should see this high be taken out. This is a weak high. Okay, let's move on to the next one from Brandon. Okay, this is a very, very choppy market. This is also on the daily, so we can see we're getting a lot of equal lows built up here. A lot of equal lows. Had a low liquidity grab here. Fair value gap has been filled. What I'd like to see is price to fill up this fair value gap here, and our change of character was in here. So which is the order block that caused that change of character is this one here. So I would like to see price fill in this fair value gap here, show us a double entry to then break these lows. Then we have so much liquidity left underneath here with these equal lows that price would be magnetized to the downside. Next, S&P 500. So obviously a couple of days ago. But yeah, I see equal highs here being taken out. And then finding the order block which caused the break of structure here to then come back and tap into to continue to the upside. We are very bearish, but we can see we've broken out of a trend to take out liquidity. That was the trend before. So yeah, these equal highs I'm pretty sure have been taken out already to come back down a bit to then take out these highs and that fair value gap. Now the Dow Jones is very similar, except this liquidity has been taken out. We see a lot of fair value gaps below. So I would kind of like to see either a retracement before going long here. Prefer this analogy here. But again, the change of character came down here, not up here. Gold, we've seen a big extension, and this supply zone, I'd like to see any type of double entry confirmation on the daily before going short. But I definitely look short before long on this pair. Just because price has come down significantly lower. Lower lows, lower highs. A little change of character. We've got a lot more space to go down than we do up. Okay, CAD JPY, similar to the first chart we saw. Break of structure came from here. I'd like to see price down here before going long. Oh, that is the same chart. Mind. Going through the maths. If I could just comment, yeah, there's just a few things that with your change of characters and your break of structures, if you're sticking to one time frame, you don't need to do these break of structures here. Your change of character is actually non-existent because it's continuing to the upside there. Your change of character is in here, not up here. So you can see how that high was formed. So remember I told you a high is formed. If you have a look at this candle here, when there's a candle lower to the left and lower to the right, that is a high. And a low is formed when there's a candle higher to the left and higher to the right. So when you're looking at this, there's a high in there and there's a high in there, but that's the last significant high. So that wouldn't be the high. So that being broken came from down here. That should change the character. And then on the 4 hour, that would be the break of structure. Break of structures are up there. Let's go into Matty Boy. We're on the daily in the Euro JPY. Okay. So this change of character in there. Change of character would be in there. Okay. Break of structure. This is not a change of, okay. Change of character. We could say, yes, change of character. Break of structure, equal highs, very nice. Okay. This would then become a strong low. That is a weak high. Very nice, boy. Fair value gap, equal highs, order block. Okay. Just one thing here. Okay, we do have a high here that's broken, so our change of character is in here. Yes. And what caused this move is this order block down here. Okay. So I think you got in a little bit too early there if you got in this trade. This fair value gap is right underneath your entry. You want to see price fill that fair value gap and tap into these order blocks here. This candle, especially this white one. And then we see on the lower time frame, so daily, rule of 30, looking at the 10-minute change of character in here, double entry. Then we can see these equal highs being taken out. Very nice. Okay. Odd CAD. Equal lows, liquidity below. Break of structure. Change of characters, not this higher. Change of characters in here. There's your change of character here. I can't see back data, so I can't confirm this is a strong low. But what is he looking at? A long in here. I wouldn't long in here. Remember, you take your fib from the last swing. Boom. When you see at least it coming below the 50% equilibrium, so into an order block from below these lows, I would only long. Your short entry, I don't know why your short entry would be there, but we have had a change of character, and this would become an order block. I don't know why it's such a small order block in there. And I'm not too sure why he labeled that as a weak high and strong low, because I have no previous data to look at. But it looks like you know what you're doing with the order blocks, the fair value gaps. Just remember you need price to come down into a premium zone. So underneath these equal lows before you look at a long. And I like that this fair value gaps here just before this order block here. I would say this white block here is the order block. But there's no reason not to be patient to see the lower one filled. Good stuff. This change of character, maybe weekly, monthly again. I'm not too sure what you did there. So we had a small change in character there. The price tapped into that order block there. So then for an entry, you see how we haven't broken these highs again. I would want to see those highs broken at whatever caused the break of structure as an order block. That would be the double entry off here on the daily, just to let you know. So if those highs got taken out there, what was the order block that caused those highs? And then into there, because I don't feel like price would have come back down maybe into that zone. Okay, let's have a look at Euro GBP. Yeah, this looks a little bit too messy for my liking. This is not a clear order block. And you see this wick here. Remember I told you wicks are like fair value gaps. They want to fill to half the wick to grab liquidity. So I could see price still going up here. I wouldn't look at a market like this. It's just a bit too choppy. However, if it came down into this zone here, or this zone here, because this created the break of structure here. If it came back down, I would look to buy up to half of this wick here. Because you see how the market was coming down. We had the change of character. It broke the lows, the equal lows to take out liquidity. But then we had a change of character here again. Bigger change of character. And you see how it tapped into this order block, which broke this character, the major character. Tapped into it and now broken those highs. So this is break of structure. So this order block would be valid for a long. As I said, TP halfway through that. And then last one here. This looks much better. Your gold analysis. So this was a few days after Brandon's for sure. Yes. Change of character, break of structure. Now you have your change of character here. Comes back into your order block. But again, I want to see double entry here, not single entry. So you've tapped into this order block, created a change of character, come in here, create another change of character, and I like where your exits are. Again, Fibonacci there, below 50% fair value gap to liquidity, final TP below. Good, Matt. You're starting to get it, bro. Michael Alex. Okay, yours are a little bit more zoomed out. Change of character, break of structure, creates a strong high. Where was the order block that broke the structure? Yes, into the order block, fair value gap, weak low, break of structure, order block, nice. Break of structure, yes. Yes, well done. Order block in here. Getting quite. So when you see a move as sharp as this down, remember you got to take your fib and you want to see price come up into these order blocks that aren't filled yet in order to find an entry short. You see that strong high? For me, that is liquidity. That is equal highs with fair value gaps next to it. So I'd like to see price on the 50% fib come up into an order block like this or like this, and look for those double entries because what's resting above fair value gap. This order block here, which created this move, which created that break of structure there. So this order block here above this fair value gap, pretty sure if you took the fib, it would be around the 79% zone. Then if you did your volume analysis, even over this zone, most of the volume will be in here. This area here would be a prime short. Okay. Again, I'm looking at this massive move here under the 50% mark. So maybe an order block around here or an order block around here would be my ideal zones, those two price points there. This is where I'd like price to come back into to go long. I like your charting, it's very nice. It's just I see a lot of you guys aren't really using that fib. So you can see this is a price leg. So if price had to retrace now, we'd need price to come back into a area of discount for a buy or a discount of a sell. Or you could say a premium to then sell. Okay? So just remember that. Like you can see all these pullbacks come into an area of a premium. Then looking at the holistic move needs to come into a cheaper price zone to go up. So looking at the fib, yes, you've got order blocks there, but they wouldn't respect because the algorithm needs price to go lower to gather more positions. All these long set here is the liquidity it's going to grab along the way until it's got enough liquidity to then move on the upside. Okay, Mark. I like your labeling. You're very good at it. Good order block tap in there. You see how that price leg moved there with that change of character. This is your 50% zone, and it came and grabbed this liquidity. Had enough liquidity. That's why that order block was the perfect entry to then continue lower. Okay, we're seeing a change of character here. So we'd like price to break these highs to give us another zone where it would reverse back into to then maybe take out these highs when we become a strong low here. Good. Same thing as the last chart. You can see how the change of character happened. Liquidity resting up here, liquidity resting up here. Weak high, okay? If you got a weak high, now we're looking for break of structures into zones to continue on the way up. GBP AUD. GBP pairs have been very, very sideways lately. But yeah, this is a great example of a short here out of this order block. A continuation order block with massive fair value gaps underneath. This would be a great sell here. But yet again, look, where did your break of structure come from? Here. Order block up here, fair value gap up here. Could see price come into this zone before continuing to the downside. And we've been through that one already. Okay, Charles. My chops are an absolute mess compared to yours, my friend, on the recent price action. But anyways, here's it goes, and see you tonight. I'm not going to see you tonight. I'm going to give you the video early because we're actually going to Moulin Rouge. So I thought I'd do this for you guys. And then if you have any questions or things you want to ask, throw them in and I'll answer them when I get back. Okay. So this wouldn't be your break of structure. This would be your change of character over here. And then your break of structure would be in there on the smaller time frames. Equal lows, 4 hour fair value gap, 4 hour. Okay. I'm not really seeing a holistic point of view here. Oh, but 4 hour order block, there's a fair value gap in here. So price comes up into that 4 hour order block here, double entry and lower, taking out these lows. Okay. Ooh, breaker block. Nice. However, I'd use this as the breaker block because there's the change in character here. So you can see it taps into it a little better on that breaker block. But okay, I see what you're trying to do there, Shaw. Price taps back in here. Where there's a break structure in here, that would be your order block here. The spinning top looking thing. See, it didn't tap into the spinning top there, but then tapped into it there. So that would be your entry to then break structure here. Price came back in, missed this order block. It came back into the same order block. Obviously, liquidity wasn't grabbed enough, but our stop loss would be below this low anyway. So we wouldn't have seen any lost trade and then break of structure again. And I like that you're using the comparison of the dollar here as well. Very good. Very good. Okay. One more for you. US dollar JPY. Okay, very nice. You can see the change of character here. Yes. So you see where this 4 hour order block here is for the change of character. And the dollar comes in here. And the USD JPY is somewhere floating. We look through the other correlating pairs of the US dollar. And we look which one is coming in at the same time as the DXY. And remember, that's how you use correlation pairs with the dollar. You want to find the pairs that are most correlated in liquidity at the moment to find your perfect entries. But otherwise, it's looking good, Shaw. Getting there, looking good. I wouldn't call that equal lows. Equal lows is when you have a high and a low, two lows matching. Here, you'd call this just a consolidation zone. Okay. So these two would be similar equal lows, but if that low came and matched that one, see how that went up. It didn't just consolidate in a box. Okay, guys, that's me going over your guys' charts that you've posted in here. If any of you haven't posted and you're still working on them, please get to me. I will come back to them. But otherwise, yeah, there's just a little 20-minute check-in with you guys. Thanks for everyone that posted. And yeah, we are on the 8th of February. I think we started tier 1 around the 15th of Jan. So when I'm back in Cape Town, we'll look at starting tier 2. And I'll catch up with you guys about how to get into tier 2, etc. And we'll be uptaking new students into tier 1. So if you're still not up to scratch, you'll still be in tier 1, so you can join our lessons, ask questions, etc. I'm going to be doing another webinar as well when I'm back, a free webinar. So if you guys have any friends, family, etc. that want to start trading and don't know exactly what you are doing but have heard and are interested, let them know, and we'll do that free webinar again. But thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a good evening, and here's a little early present for you. So yeah, enjoy the evening, and I'll chat to you soon. Cheers.